tell you something. She is on her way down. Now, let me tell you what we got. We got a married woman, we got a jealous husband, and we got an apartment I gotta get into to search.
Look, if you're carrying the ball, what do I do?
Simple. You can help me get into the apartment. May not be necessary, but you can help me get out for sure, in case her old man comes home. You see?
Wait, am I on the outside?
Oh, yeah, you're on the outside. Keep him watch.
I like that part.
Good.
Now, how do I recognize the guy?
Oh, come on, Slicker. You know who he is already. It's, Charlie Lutz.
Charlie Lutz?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you something? Charlie Lutz is not a jealous man. Charlie Lutz is a dangerous man. Are you listening to me? A dangerous man.
Well, I can't tell you what a shock it was to watch Jeff open the door with PJ in his arms, and there was Heather standing right there.
Heather had to know PJ was staying there.
Yes, I'm sure Mrs. Grant let her know that the boy was in good hands.
And yet she went there in spite of Dr. Nelson's orders, instructions.
Instructions?
Well, Jeff told me that Dr. Nelson and him had made some agreements, and one of them was about Heather's visits, and Heather was not supposed to go see her son unless Jeff agreed.
Really?
That's interesting. When she came in, she said she was there to see her mother.
So you think she was lying?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Although if Audrey were here, she'd say I was exaggerating, since Heather's never been one of my favorite people.
Well, I'd really tend to agree with you, except we all did sort of jump to conclusions the day of the memorial service when she showed up at the hospital.
I'm still convinced that was not a coincidence.
But we found out later that Dr. Nelson brought her into town without either one of them knowing about the memorial service.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
The hospital told me I could find you over here.
Join us.
I think I will for a minute. I just left Heather over at Pop Snyder's. She's quite an intriguing lady. Oh, yeah, she's over there in Seventh Heaven, playing guardian angel over her best buddy, Heather.
That's one relationship I'm not real crazy about.
Neither am I.
You two mind if I ask you a question while you're both here?
What's that?
How did Heather behave this morning when she came to your house?
I guess considering that her timing brought her there just as Jeff was leaving town with their son, you have to say she behaved fairly well.
Did she seem pretty much in control of herself while she was doing that?
I would have to say yes.
Do you think Heather cares at all for her son, or is this just an act?
Oh, good. I'm glad you started off with an easy question.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out what this all means. If Heather is handling herself as well as she appears to be, it could mean that she's starting to get a grasp on reality.
You're saying she's getting better?
Could be.
Joe, Jeff has felt for a long time that this whole thing was a put-on as far as she was concerned. Making it up.
It could be. I don't know, but wherever this improvement stems from, I think we're going to have to take warning to the fact that it may be just a matter of time before Heather starts to take action to get her son back.
Oh, Joe.
Now, it could happen. I'm going to try and get Heather to trust me. Maybe I can make her slip up.
If she's guilty.
Well, the police use two things to establish guilt: motive and opportunity, and she had motive.
She tried to kill Diana once before.
But you don't have opportunity.
No, not until I can prove that Heather could have gotten out of that heavy security sanitarium and gotten back in the night Diana was killed. I gotta get going now. We'll see y'all later.
You sure you won't stay for some lunch?
No, I can't. I'll eat on the run. I'm really busy today.
Thanks for filling us in.
Yeah, you bet. Annie, call me if you need me.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, see ya.
Go ahead to our table. I want to say hello to Lesley Weber.
Yes, sir.
Lesley.
Oh, Tony.
What a nice thing to see you here.
Thank you. You know Rick, of course.
Yes.
And I think you've met Dr. Hardy.
Right.
And this is Ann Logan, a friend of ours.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Mr. Anthony Castle.
Very happy to meet you, Miss Logan.
Oh.
I haven't called you, Lesley, because I've been tied up in business meetings. But however, I'm completing the last one tomorrow night. I hope I can see you after that.
Well, that sounds very nice.
Fine. Then I'll be talking to you then. Miss Logan, Dr. Hardy, Rick,
Tony.
Now, let's discuss this meeting that I'm supposed to have with Robert Scorpio.
Your man will be on the docks watching closely. When you begin to talk, he'll move off.
Surely Scorpio would want to do business with me. We both want the Ice Princess. Why not join forces?
Yes, Spencer was in good form today. We had this slight accident in his kitchen. He spilt a pan of water all over me in some vain attempt that I might go away. Didn't work, of course. I'm on my way back there now. I think he's onto something. And so am I. Good news. Our competitor, Cassadine, wants a meeting. Yeah. Don't worry. It'll be on the docks. I think he's going to offer me a partnership, which I think's going to lead me to the Ice Princess.
Thank you. Well, I think we have everything under control for tomorrow night.
I would say so, sir. Has the lovely Dr. Weber been useful to you?
She just might be in the future, inasmuch as her daughter who works for the Quantamines. In any event, anyone and everyone is useful to me until I finally get my hands on the Ice Princess.
This is true.
Sorry, but I have to go back to the hospital to roll here.
Emergency?
No, not really, but something strange just came up. Jessie told me on the phone that Heather is asking to see me.
Why would she want to do that?
I have no idea, but I'm certainly going to check it out.
I think you should. I have no idea what in the world she'd want to talk to you about.
Jessie didn't quite know what to say to Heather, so I told her I'd be right over. So, if you let me pay up...
Steve, go ahead. I'm taking everybody out today. All right?
Beg your pardon. I'm taking everybody out today.
You better leave, and she and I will fight this out together, okay?
Well, I'll be referee because I don't think that they're going to let me pay for it.
I invited everybody.
I'll see you later.
Okay, thanks for letting me come along.
All right.
You too. No quarrels in public. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye. I wonder what on earth Heather wants.
Strange that she would want to talk to Steve.
I hope seeing PJ didn't give her some kind of setback.
Fish looks good, Mr. Cassadine.
The name is Cassie, idiot. Mama slip like that.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry is not enough. What if you made a slip like that in front of my friends here in Port Charles?
It won't happen again.
I better not.
Dr. Robert Troutman.
Oh, Heather. Why don't you wait in the lounge? Dr. Hardy should be here about any minute now.
Thank you.
Let's go sit over here.
All right.
I'm fascinated by what you told me about that memory breakthrough.
Well, I'm really still a little confused by it. I want to straighten it out before I discuss it with anyone.
But about Dr. Hardy, I mean, I just can't imagine what that would be.
Well, look, I'd really rather not discuss it, Amy.
Why not? I think it's exciting. Another breakthrough.
It just reminds everyone of how sick I've been. And it makes me sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I never thought of it that way.
Getting well and having people forget everything I've been through is so important to me, Amy.
I won't say a word, I promise. Dr. Hardy, Heather would like to talk to you if she could.
Yes, Amy, I know.
I feel dreadful about taking you away from your lunch.
Not at all. I'm concerned for you.
Amy, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to Dr. Hardy in private.
Oh, sure, that's fine. I'll wait for you over by the desk.
Thank you.
How are you feeling, Heather?
Well, I'm all right. I was a bit upset when I went to the Weber house earlier today, but I'm okay.
Yes, I heard about that.
At least I got to hold Stephen Lars in my arms one last time.
Is that what you want to talk about?
No. I mean, I think I understand why Jeff felt he had to do such a drastic thing. I'm trying to see things his way. But what I really wanted to talk to you about was a strange thing that happened to me. After I held Stephen Lars in my arms, I wanted to tell you about it.
What is it, Heather?
Well, all these things started coming back to me.
Things from the past, you mean?
Yes. And one of the things I remembered was that you're Jeff's father. I clearly remembered the day that Jeff told me you were his father.
I see.
Don't you realize what that means to me? That means that you're my father-in-law and that you're Stephen Lars's grandfather. Now, I'm not mistaken about it, am I? I mean, I remember the day so clearly.
No, you're not mistaken. However, I must tell you that only a very few people know that I'm Jeff's father.
I remember that, too. What's important is that I know. Because I feel that I have someone who's close to me. I mean, now that Jeff's gone, I really need friends and relatives to care about me. I just hope everyone can forgive me for what's happened in the past.
Well,
You don't have to say anything. I just wanted to tell you that. I'm gonna go see if Amy's ready to take me back to my bus to Forest Hills. Thank you.
Bottom line is, pal, I really do trust you. I know you'll come in for me.
Yeah, and I think I can help you this time, because I was to Charlie Lutz's new apartment a couple of times.
Yeah?
And I remember that layout a little bit.
All right. I'll let you know what day we're coming. Oh, here she comes, the Duchess.
I'll hit the highway.
All right.
All right, Luke, thanks for the coffee.
Hey, that's what we're here for. Come back anytime.
Oh.
Hi, Claire.
Hi, lady. Excuse me.
Luke.
Well, Rose, don't get too upset, but I got to get back to work.
Oh, Slick, you're breaking my heart. Hey, listen.
You'll get over it.
Yeah. What gives with him and Lutz here? I thought you only wanted to go to posh places.
I think there's another attraction here. And it's not your soup of the day. You're gorgeous.
Luke, I'm gonna be upstairs checking on those watercolors if you need me.
Okay, champ. Hey, so long, pal. Thank you, Rose.
Luke, it's great seeing you again.
Emma, you don't know how good it is to see you.
But I gotta tell you something.
Yeah?
Charlie completely cross-examined me. You wouldn't believe it. The day that we went for lunch at the Versailles room.
Yeah?
So our friendship is going to have to be a little more private from now on.
Hey, baby, whoa. Just wait, we talked about it, right? We'll meet at your apartment, right?
Yeah, I'd like that. But look, there's one thing about you that's bothering me.
What's that?
I just can't figure it. I mean, you got all these high society friends, and then you work here at Kelly's Diner. Well, what gives?
Well, Emma, I had some bad luck last summer, some bad breaks.
You mean the stuff I read about in the newspapers? Well, they said that you were just like a regular hero.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, not a regular hero. It's just that, well, I met, really high society people, and they treated me like a celebrity.
Mm.
But I have 2 jobs, right? I got this one.
Uh-huh.
Right now, I'm also working for Edward Quartermain.
You're working for the Quartermain family?
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I just love to get in with people like them.
I know. Listen.
And Luke, I'd really like to get to know you better, too.
Oh, together at last.
Hello. Well, sorry you missed it. Excuse me. We'll meet later.
Wait a minute.
Have I missed anything?
Am I too early?
No, you're not too early. It's just that I have to go to work at the other place. I'll let you know about that recipe we talked about. You know what I mean? Watch out in these streets. There's some real slummy people out there. Goodbye.